Oh my gosh, that was so funny. I literally just found on TikTok the button to turn off the makeup thing. I noticed on my other video that it was like all polished. And I'm like, oh my God, I look like when I was back when I was 25. But now you can definitely see the wrinkles and the tired eyes and everything. So yeah, this is better. This is better. Okay, cool. Now I'm happy. Yeah. The last video I was like, why the hell is there this filter? Horrible. But anyway, I found it. It's fun. It's fun. TikTok. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm going to put these videos out on my YouTube. I'll be dishing them out into Instagram as well. And look, yeah, I do talk a lot. You may not like it. I'm not creative. I'm not going to do loads of creative stuff and trying to make it all look pretty and nice and all that kind of stuff. You know, we've got other things for that. Nice Instagram pictures and all that kind of thing. But yeah, on here I just felt like it was quite nice for me to every couple of days just get on and talk a little bit and give some insight if I can and help some people if I can, because it's quite difficult to do all the stuff across the board, to get people into my workshops, to get people onto the course, the free course that I have. Like, everything's set up in the ecosystem and it's quite difficult to just get all that information out. So I thought, okay, let me just do this and we see what happens on TikTok, and then I'll drag it across to the other ones. So what's the mission for this video? The mission for this video is to give some insight into what it means to start up in the industry now as a talent, you know, model, actor, dancer, singer. What are the things that are happening? These conversations are so deep and so much, and you know, it's one of the reasons why I love the industry, because there's so much opportunity, but there's also so much out there to talk about, and the psychological aspects and all this kind of stuff. So I'm going to do my best to put together a little bit of information about what's happening in the industry now and what you as an individual could do to start that journey as a talent, which talent can mean anything these days, you know. I mean, yeah, so that's the mission. Now let's begin. This is the mission. So look, when I say talent, the reason why I call people talent is because you have talent. Like, you can model, which means you can do photos and videos for brands. You can maybe dance, you can sing, you can do some acting, which is very different to modeling. You can be an MC, you can be a spokesperson, you can speak on stage for people, you can do social media influence, you can do events, you can do runway modeling. That could be fashion, it could be commercial. Like, there is so much that we can do as an individual that we're no longer just, oh, I'm a model, right? I'm actually a talent. So you are a talent who can touch base on all these different things. Now imagine if you're a talent and you can sing. Now, the singing may not be Mariah Carey or Whitney Houston standard, you know, and be a global superstar, but you imagine that you start putting together some videos and people enjoy it, people want to listen to you, and then you start getting views, and then you start getting paid, and then you start getting more confidence, and then you start building up a career then singing through these social media apps, which is incredible. Same thing for acting, same thing for modeling, same thing for MCing. It's like you show what you can do, you show your talent, and you get seen, and you get booked. And, you know, that's why I don't really like it when people say, oh, I want to be a model. Modeling is very different like when I started 25 years ago, you know, and yeah, there are still those agencies out there who are scouting the big agencies, you know, around the world, Storm, Select, MGM. I mean, there's so many of them all over in New York and Paris and wherever. You know, like that is a different level of modeling as well. And I think people need to understand the difference between it. So let's just start with the modeling industry right now. Well, actually, it starts with the advertising industry, right? It's like, what is the advertising and fashion industry after? And then that just trickles down into all of the models who are in that industry. And it's all gone all over the place. And not in a bad way, but we just need to understand it. So when you're starting right now, I can understand why it's so confusing, because you might have just heard, oh, go and find an agent. But finding an agent is not how it used to be. Finding an agent now is, yes, you can go to the top agencies who then manage certain people as a mother agency, who may then send you to different parts of the world, and they manage your career up until a point that they can, because ultimately at some point your age changes and maybe their clients don't want anymore, so then they find other people, and then you just decide, you know what, I don't want to be with that agent anymore, I'm going to be with another agent who offers you other things. So you're just constantly trying to find the next agent to find you jobs. Whereas, you know, like back in the day, it's like, yeah, when you got signed by Storm or Select, let me just go with those ones because they were in London when I was there. When you signed with Storm and Select, for example, you would then be managed and they would guide you and they would do it. But it's because there was less people in the industry and there was less clients looking for those kind of people. So, but it was still millions of people around the world, right? And so it was a bit different back then. So what I used to do is I used to look at the country that I was heading to, let's say Germany, and I would go through to the top agencies. And I would be like, okay, these are the guys that look a little bit like me. Let me take some photos that makes me look like them, because they clearly want those guys anyway. And then I'll just send an email and just, you know, because email back then, I'd just send an email and say, hey, do you want to represent me? And I'll fly into Germany and I'll be there for 3 months and you just cast me. And they're like, so they'd either say yes or no based on their clients, right? If their clients are a different type or wanted somebody different, then I'm not going to get the job anyway. So I would do that. I would manage. I would go there and I would work for 3 months. Then I'd be like, okay, where do I want to go now? And then I would have, because I didn't have a mother agency, I just managed my own time and my own career and my own steps that I wanted to do. But when you're younger and you're starting, you need somebody to help, you need somebody to support, you need somebody to give you some guidance, to give you some emotional guidance. You know, if you need some pocket money, for example, then you need an agent who is responsible. But the world is different now. Marketing is different. We all have social media. We all have this ability to just talk to millions of people potentially and get attracted to clients that would then want to book us through our social media. So the whole industry has completely changed. And I just want to I'll just touch base on this a little bit. And I'll do more of these conversations about how it's changed in advertising and how it all comes together. But when we look at the industry right now and you want to start up as a model, what's the best thing you can do? The best thing you can do is just take your photos, take your video casting, start to get some portfolio images with a photographer, get some test shoots, and just get busy, right? Now, what you can do on that stage is then show it on your social media. So you become your own marketeer, you become your own business, you become your own voice in a way, because an agent may not want you because maybe they've got too many people already, or maybe their clients won't want you, or maybe they just don't think you model enough. But I think everybody can. You just need to create the baseline of things that gets clients to see exactly what you can do. And that is not going to be easy. You know, you're in a competition with everybody. Clients want all sorts of stuff. Advertising has just gone through the bloody roof. I mean, it's crazy the amount of adverts that are going on social media, and all these brands are now starting to use different people for different things, and it's great. But you've got to understand it's not easy. It's a tough world. It's a tough job, and you're going to get knocked down. But just like any business, you've got to be clear in what you do, and you've got to show what you do. How do you deliver? Show it. So, for example, if you're a business and then nobody knows what your business is, they're not going to buy that business. So then you have to show, you have to market, you have to promote, you have to be going for it all the time. Same thing in modeling. So right now, I would suggest that if you're starting out in this industry, number one, get your Polaroids. Simple snapshots against a plain wall, no makeup, just very simple, very basic. Don't think about how you look. Don't think about how it is, just do it. Video casting, introduce yourself, turn right, turn left, 360, smile, do some commercial acting, just do it. Start, because you'll start to get better and better every single time you do that. Then, third thing, go and get a professional photographer and just take some shots. It don't have to be crazy, just do some editing, a little bit of editing, that's it. So you got portfolio, Polaroids, video casting. Start there. Now, in the next 2 weeks after that, redo the Polaroids and video casting, because you will be better. Now I'm going to close this off right now because that's already 10 minutes. Go for it, do it, but be aware of what the situation is and what the environment is, and learn how to become a person that shows their very best. I'll see you on the next video. All right, ciao. Have a good day.